morning, boatingbanner.com fans. Captain Larry here with Chapter 53. Come on board. We got a good one today. Brand new thing I've never worked on. This is a personal watercraft, old one, that has a double seat, or almost a triple seat, I guess, if you're a kid. It's in very, very poor condition. Brittle. I've never seen such brittle vinyl. And so we're gonna work on this. It shouldn't take too long, I'm hoping, but we'll see how we do. As normal, what I've done is I've identified key marks on the vinyl. This will be an interesting one because, as you can see, it's concave in there. And so therefore, you know, obviously you can't, when we normally pull things to get it tight, that doesn't work, because this will, as we're trying to pull and staple, that will just pull this out. So that's not going to work. So what we'll need to do, and what I did getting this off, I don't know if you can see this, but it's all glued down. So you have to get a spray adhesive, spray all over this and the back of your vinyl in order to get it to sit in that curve, or that contour, I should say. Additionally, you'll see we have some problems here with the foam. It's not too bad as far as, I guess it'd be okay to sit on, but with these big craters we have in here, not big, but I mean they're down like about a ½ inch, that would show through the vinyl. So we're going to have to put like a scrim, glue a scrim down here on here first to cover those up, and then we'll glue the new vinyl on top of the scrim. As again, what I've done is with the pencil is identified the two seams for the boxing go. So I identified that on the plastic cover, or the base. So when we put this back together again, hopefully we'll put everything right back in the same spot. So this should be fun. It took me a little while to get it undone because I had to pull that off the glue, but very impressive glue because it lasted quite a while. This is a very old machine. So anyway, so I got that off. So our next step will be to get some scrim, and let's get that batted down so that we have a smooth surface to work with. So okay, welcome back everyone. Let me tell you what we've run into here. This is the vinyl that I took off the seat here, and as you can see, it's disintegrated virtually. So it becomes no use at all in the template like we normally use. So what I decided to do, and what I recommend for y'all to do too, is because we have these craters in here that they will definitely show through the vinyl if we don't do something with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put scrim, 1/4 inch scrim. I'm going to put the fabric side down, foam side up. And what I can do, I'd probably, doing something like this, I would normally just glue this onto the vinyl. But because I don't have a template, I'm going to use this as my template. So what we'll simply do is I will follow the lines here, the lines of the old seam that were on there, and we're going to put the scrim right on that seam. And I will trace this around and cut. Make sure you get it, obviously, got to get it tucked in there because we have this concave hole. And so I will make sure this fits properly, and then we'll use I'm using Naugahyde here. Naugahyde is probably the best thing to use for these kind of personal watercraft seats. Naugahyde has kind of a little bit of a stretch to it, and so it will, hopefully with our glue, we'll be able to adhere to our concave seat here. So what we'll do is we'll put this on, I'll trace it, I'll cut it out, use this as a template for the Naugahyde vinyl, and then we'll be ready to go. And this scrim will cover up those craters we have in there. So anyway, let me do that and I'll bring you right back. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do now is I've cut this out, and I've cut our vinyl out, kind of in a rough. I want to get this down first and then put the vinyl back on to get the exact measurements on our seam here. As you see, I've had to make some relief cuts because when we put in concave here like that, the material is going to want a bunch. So again, as we always do, let's start from the center here and front, and then we'll work our way out and see if we can't do this right. It's 3M high strength. It's pretty good stuff. Any adhesive will work, but it's good to get the kind of the high test here. Spray both surfaces. We want this baby to lay down. Again, I'll put it right on our seam. Again, lay somewhat straight here. Okay. Let's see if we get the front. Yeah, you got to be pretty liberal with this stuff. Keep it stuck. Make sure you get tucked in now. Just move it out to the sides. Okay, that's pretty good, I think. Okay, we will let this sit now, and then we'll work on the vinyl. Again, what I did, my template wasn't exact, so I cut a rough piece here with the vinyl. Now it's just sitting on the adhesive glued down scrim. And now what I'm going to do is obviously make sure we've got to be careful with these backs and the corners here that we're going to be tucked in good. Now this is all going to be glued on and then stapled, so we have to make sure we're smooth. And just as with the scrim, I'm going to have excess material here. So what I'm going to have to do is cut these and make a seam up and down here to make this fit well. Because it's just too much material, because again we're on the inside corner. And what I will do, as you can see I'm a little long here, I'm going to trace the final outline and then cut off the excess to make sure that I'm right. And again, I'm using the seam that was down there before as a guide, so that will be exactly like it used to be. So there we are. So let me get the thing trimmed, and then we'll sew these two gusset areas. Welcome back. All I did is I cut a wedge out of each side. Here's what I've just done. I'll show you on this side. I tacked them together with a couple staples so we're in line. I'm going to start my stitch just below where the end of the cut line went. I'll leave about a little less than a quarter. Maybe a half an inch, because I want to do a double. Try to match up our sides. Okay. There's the first one. Put our staples out while we're thinking of it. And then we'll go on the front side here and strengthen this up a little bit with a double. I think this is the best way. Threads out of the way here. And then when we do double, we just want to fold it over. The best way to do it, we did it. We'll pull it apart now. And we go down again to where we, just below where we started. Pull it apart, try to get it laid as nice as we can. We're hitting that fold over. Okay, there we go. Got a little crease there, but it won't look too bad. And now I think it will fit in there a little nicer. Okay, put her on. Okay, welcome back everybody. We got the piping sewed on now, the main plate here. As I always tell you, bring it back to the foam. Make sure everything is sitting where it should be. I think we'll be fine. That looks pretty good, huh? But anyway, we will. I will sew the. I'll just sew the boxing on, and I'll bring you back when we install it. You know, this is your plate, and after you put the piping on the plate, and then you just sew the boxing around, fold it up, because we hopefully will be tight around these corners, so we have a nice tight fit. And so we'll see what happens. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to use our industrial strength 90 from 3M here. What I like about this, it has a good hold to it. I don't know if you can see the top here, but you can also regulate the spray. And so we're going to put high spray on here. We're going to finish up now. We've got it mounted, stapled on, and I put we put some item on there. What I want to do now, just to finish up, as you can see, we have some wrinkles here on that side and over here a little bit. Let's do a little steaming, see if we can't dampen them a little bit. Eventually they'll go away in the sun and people sitting on it, but we can improve a little bit on that and we'll be done. I got my new steamer, the Jiffy. I like it. What I like about this compared to the other steamer I have is that this almost becomes like an iron. And it gets hot and helps settle these wrinkles. I'm going to try to pull them. I used this also when I was putting it on, because some of these corners were really tough and I had to steam the boxing and the corner to get it to stretch. So you can get some kind of steamer, I think it really helps. And everything with this right here, which I don't think we're going to be able to do much with. Kind of a wrinkle in my applied it, so let's see, that was pretty much gone there, so that looks good. Try over here. There we go. This has a gallon tank on it. This is a Jiffy, Jiffy steamer. See how it really kicks out some steam? There we go. Got it all. I'll just keep it going on this, and we've completed this project. Everybody, there's our finished product. Not too bad. A couple little wrinkles in there, so it wasn't too tough. Hope you can do something like this. Thanks for coming. We'll talk to you later.